Hey everyone, Chef Keto here. Just came up with a great quick snack. It's crispy, it's low in sugar, it's keto friendly, low glycemic, high in protein, high in fiber. I'm here with Mary on camera. She's going to help me record this stupendous event. We still need a name for this snack. If you have one, feel free to comment, like, subscribe, or share. This is going to be prepared in about 2 to 3 minutes. It's a really quick snack, so if you're starving, holy crap, get ready. My goal is to make a full flavor profile snack, not just a muted out blob of grease like most keto things. Mary, come on over. Show up these ingredients. Over here to start, we got a somewhat unusual ingredient. It's low in carbs. It's a nut called a pine nut. It's often used in pesto. We'll probably be doing pesto eventually if we keep going with this. Got some pepperonis, classic keto snack. You're gonna love what I do with these. Now this is more of a specialized thing, but they're showing up more and more in grocery stores. They're called Joseph's. A company called Joseph's does a lot of low carb pitas, flatbreads, stuff like that. I've really been relying on them a lot in my life, just in general, especially since going on keto. The effective carb count per serving is only 9 grams of carbs, and that's for 5 of these bad boys. So there's going to be about 2 grams per wafer, I guess. Finally, I got some Italian blended cheese, whatevs, and 2 slices of American cheese. Okay, so the mechanics involved for the preparation for this meal are pretty straightforward. We can take a look at what we got going on here. I pulled some herbs from the garden, got some flat leaf parsley, good for digestion, and as we know, herbs, 0 carbs, 0 sugar. Got some sage and some basil tops. For those of you that like to say basil instead of basil, these are basil tops. I also have, put that just so, and that one too, and this one, and then that one goes there. Now, we have about 2 tablespoons of pinoles or pine nuts, 2.5 to 3 tablespoons of parm. We're not going to necessarily use all of that. A gratuitous lime, 2 slices of American cheese. You can use any cheese you want as long as it melts. We're just using American so we can identify with you, standard ketogenic dieter or diabetic dieter. A little olive oil, a little bit of fresh ground black pepper, and on standby, Bragg's apple cider vinegar. It's not called for in the recipe, but it's always good to just have it right here. Okay, so we got the 2 pieces of cheese laid out. We're going to take some of these pine nuts, and this is essentially a technique that would be used if you were making a cheese log or a cheese roll for the holidays. It would usually be done with like a softer cheese mixed with cream cheese. Wow, I'm just giving you all sorts of keto recipes. But we just mush this together, work it with our hands and get a little dirty. And what we're essentially doing is, you know, a lot of times people put herbs or spices into cheese, which we're going to do a little bit with the parsley too to give it color. We'll save one of those. And we're just going to chiffonade the parsley, pulling out the stem if you can. No need for that. Nothing too crazy. You don't want to bruise the herb. And we are just going to actually just mash it in once again. And it's okay to be sloppy. You're not trying to save the world here. That's probably enough. Maybe a couple more. So essentially, we're making a mutated malformed cheese ball with a little bit of herb and pine nuts. We can also, maybe to dry it out a little bit, fold in a little bit of the parm. I didn't do this originally, but a lot of times cooking on the fly is how you do or die. And I think it's only going to make it better. What do you think?
I hope so.
Okay. As far as that goes, other than oiling the pan, that's the prep. Going to cooking.
Alright.
Alright, first things first. Pan, super hot. This thing's going to take not a lot of time, and maybe we could even do it in one take. We'll see. For a standard I'm hungry snack, and I'm not going to eat for a couple hours, I did this, and it got me through really well. I took about 5 of these. I put about a tablespoon of olive oil. That's actually almost too much, but you'll see how I use it in a second. You can come on in. Okay, I'm looking for that. Just get a little, and just leave them in place. And they actually, some of them even pop up like papadons or like little pitas when you put them on the grill, which is always fun. Do one more. And those, you can just give a smush. They flatten out pretty nicely. I mean, I don't mean to just be supporting specific products when I do these things, but I have been seeing these at major chains, and if you haven't found them, ask for them. Okay, so crank it up to high, and we're just going to let these brown for a second. Go ahead and... Okay, we just start flipping them over. You can see they're browned, crisp. When I first went on a keto diet, the one thing I missed more than anything was crispy stuff. And this is a great way to get something crispy with only using about, I mean, you can see most of the oil is going to stay in the pan. So we take our little cheese spread and dabble it in. And dabble it in. And dabble it in. And guess what? We dabble it in with both hands. Okay. Now, we throw some of these pepperonis on here, which dogs love.
Miss Violet.
We get these going. Smush them down. Now, you see how we're going with a hot pan. We got to be quick with this because we're going to start getting a good crisp on the other side. But here's where I felt I need to start this channel and start showing people how to do snacks like this. Ready to have your mind blown? Bam! We're going to crisp up the pepperoni from the other side. Ooh. And I burned myself. What's happening? Try to ignore that one, folks. But here we go. And that's pretty much it. Once the pepperoni crisps up, these things are more or less done, other than, you know, a person that has higher expectations or standards for snacking, which we'll continue with in a moment. Okay, got a good sear. Take a look at that. Crisp. Look at that. Who's having the hottest bridge party in town tonight? Even the messed up one looks great. So, call it a pizza, call it whatever you want. It's not really a pizza because tomatoes are too high in sugar for me right now. But that was some micro herbs, and you've got yourself a great snack. Click.
Ready.
Perfect. Let's try it.
How do you feel?
Filled.
Good.
I could eat about 5 of those. Thanks everybody for checking out my video. Like, subscribe, share, send me hate mail if you want. I'm going to plan on doing a few more of these videos. I got a lot of cool ideas set up for them, and I look forward to doing a low sugar diet again, which I had pretty good results on the last time I did it, and hopefully I try to find some better food to eat this time. Thanks.